Are you guys ready for the man of the hour? I'm going to say some very sincere things about Tony. We're all very excited for him as we watch him transition from a man to a woman. I don't know if you guys have known that he has started this process. We're all very excited for him. And we're rooting for him as he goes on this journey of going from a man to a woman. She's going to go find out. With all sincerity, I'm very proud of Tony. I've watched Tony here. He's developed. He hasn't gotten better, but he's just doing it. He tries. It's bizarre. I've never seen a person try so hard at something and not get better. But he tries, and we like effort here. And a couple of weeks ago, Tony said to me, he said, "Hey, Kenny, do you mind if I headline What Evening?" And I said, "Are you fucking crazy?" And he said, "No, I think I'm ready." And I said, "All right, Tony, whatever you want to do. I'm happy to do it." We were eating lunch. She was paying for it, so that helped. Pays for a lot of lunches. I presume that's how he knows all of you. But in all sincerity, I am very, very proud of Tony. I've watched him progress from being really terrible at comedy to not so bad to really good, which is where he's at right now. And we're very excited for Tony's journey the rest of the way. That being said, are we all excited for him? Yeah. Are we ready for Tony? Mr. International, give a warm welcome to the hilarious Mr. Tony Siciliano, everybody!
I'd like to know the lyrics. Turn it back up a little bit. Big Tony Club, to be clear, right? Yeah. I took some shots over the last 40 minutes. That was wild. I didn't meet everyone at the pool. I just want to throw that out there. And now, I feel like I have to buy everyone lunch for some reason. Someone asked, "Are there any douchebags in the room?" And I heard one person yell, "Tony." And another person asked, like, "Is he in here?" That was James. James asked. He was like, "Does anyone have anything bad to say about Tony?" And one person was like, "I would, but I think he's over there and I don't want to do it with him here." That's a good friend. Thank you, whoever that was. That was you. I can't believe you admitted that. Get her out of here. And then they started the show. Someone was like, "Oh, you guys know Tony?" And like, "You guys find it weird Tony's got one black friend?"
He's in the bathroom.
I'm like, dude, I didn't know that I had one black friend. I don't even know. I was like, "Wait, we're over capacity. What are you talking about?" Wherever you are, brother, I'm with you. Is there anything else I need to unpack from that? Oh yeah, then I was like, he's like, pretty much, he's like, "This guy bought me lunch and I let him headline for the night, so." And he's gotten a little bit, he's decent at best. I'm like, all right. And that's going somewhere after 5 years of stand-up, being decent, that's great, yeah. None of you are decent at this. Let's see, there's one other thing that I got made fun of about. I felt like it was really necessary to bring that up. If I remember it, did I bring up the black friend already? Okay, yeah, I want to set the record. I don't have a black friend, actually. But I am looking. So I do have an application that you can fill out if you'd like. It'll take about 9 to 16 weeks to process, and I'll let you know at that point. $50 application fee. I'm a slumlord, basically. You guys, so I know it's a fun group of people. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for being here. This is great. Thanks so much. Pretty worldly group. People that do a lot of interesting things. I got pockets of friends from all over the place. But you guys definitely watched the Winter Olympics, right? Yeah. I'm gonna ask one more time, 'cause that was weird. There was like maybe you guys thought I was gonna make another black reference again. Did we watch the Winter Olympics or no? I absolutely love the winter. You didn't watch the Winter Olympics? Well, for about 7 minutes right now, this is going to be kind of weird for you. You might just learn something. Who knows? Winter Olympics. Winter Olympics are my favorite because you get to look at all of these sports that you just know people have made up. Like, this isn't like athletic ability, it's just people got bored in the cold and were like, what if we just skied really far, then shot a gun every like 2 miles? Like, yeah, we could make that a sport. That's great. That's a cool one. There's a couple that I really love. I love the one where they get on the skis and they go down a hill, then they launch themselves off a ramp as far as they can. That's an awesome sport. That is maybe the coolest sport. Like, to want to do that growing up, you have to be a sick son of a bitch. Like who's the kid that went to his parents and was like, Mom, Dad, you know what I want to be when I grow up? I want to be that guy. You know what my parents would have told me if I was like, I want to be a long jump skier guy? We would rather you do drugs, all right? That sounds very expensive, Anthony. Here's a basketball. Go do that. It's gotta be a nightmare to be a parent, because if your kids wanted to do something like, let's say, be a long jump skier. I don't even know if that's the name. I think it's long jump skiing. That could be the only possible name for that thing. Long jumping on skis. I don't know. If your kid was like, hey, Mom and Dad, I want to do this, like, you can't go to Play It Against Sports and get like a used setup for that. You gotta like buy property somewhere that it snows and build a ramp, and take out a life insurance policy on your child. Just do drugs. That's it. You'll build some character, you know, you won't break any bones, meet some interesting people, probably still get to travel the world, you know. Drugs and bones do go together. Breaking bones go together. Yeah. That was from the proctologist that said that. Interesting. You know what's funny though? You brought up drugs. I don't want to leave that bit. I'm going to get back to that. But the first thing that got brought up on the stage, besides the pool, he's like, how many people have done drugs with Tony? There's like a lot of people saying, well, I was like, really? Not one of them's black? That's nuts. That's crazy. And I've been convinced, because like I don't know, I've been doing comedy for about 5 years, but like I was like, I'm gonna headline for the first time. I'm like, something really feels weird about this actually being an intervention when I get there. Like, a lot of people I love are gonna come into this. And I was just waiting for the microphone. And when he asked that question, how many people have done drugs with Tony? I was like, oh fuck, dude, he's setting it up. Tony, we all love it. We got a surprise for you. Your parents are here. Come on, bring them out. Yeah, that long jump skiing shit. Yeah, man. That's fun. That's fun. And then the all of the events that involve sliding down ice are awesome. Like that is the absolute coolest thing. Because they're like, well, we can't just go down like head first. We can also go down sitting upwards. We can also go down laying backwards. We can also go down laying backwards with another person on top of us. Like, this is insane behavior from people. Like people have thought about this. Like, one, you have to be a sick bastard to want to go down head first. Like, that's insane. Like, that's nuts. I'd be aerodynamic as fuck on that. Like, I'd be world class. Yeah, the bobsled one makes sense. All right, there's a cool movie about it. Whatever. I don't. But the luge is the one where you lay on your back and you go down. That's kind of cool, but the real coolness of that sport is that when they decided to stack another person on top of the other person. Does everybody know what I'm talking about at this point? You've seen the videos, and like, I just know that somewhere, like in the course of time in history, there was like two dudes in a garage getting drunk. It was snowing outside. They're like, hey, why don't both go lay down on a sled and go down a hill? That's the only way that sport gets invented. Like, and the guy who pitched it to the other guy was like, we're gonna lay on top of each other, we're gonna go down the hill, and there's gonna be nothing gay about it. And the other guy had to be like, it sounds a little gay, I'm gonna be honest. Why don't we do it separately? Because everyone's already doing it separately, you know? But it wasn't a sport that we were trying to combine people in, you know? It didn't, like figure skating, right? You could do that by yourself, and then two people do it. Like, oh, it's kind of artsy and neat, you know, I suppose. Like, they were just like, no, let's stack another guy on top of another guy. Like, what if you had mixed versions of it. Like, that won't work. It just probably couldn't possibly work if we did it that way. How would you steer? You know, you had... How do they even communicate to each other while they're going down? You can't just be like whispering, like, all right, we gotta turn right. Turn left. We're going too fast. You're going 75 miles per hour, like whispering to your best friend, who you've been leaving your wife with for years to go practice sliding down ice. I'm training for the Olympics, honey. It's not just any old slide. It's the Olympics. I think they also might have like a tapping communication, like they're like hit the brakes. Like that's what he's trying to say. I mean, listen, if it's gay, that's cool. I don't mind it. I support the gays. Big fan. Love the gays. But if we're gonna make it gay for guys, what if we have another version of this, but it's two women scissoring going down? Who's in? Right? You want to do it? Yeah. And we already got people that are volunteering, man. I am a pioneer in Olympic sports. That'd be so hot. No, I can't take out the trash right now. I'm watching the ladies double luge. I have the man around. I'm going to take out the trash. The person who didn't watch the Winter Olympics, is it starting to make sense a little bit? It's like a gay drunk sports, basically. He's like, nah, I don't want to watch that. I get it. What was I talking about? The Olympics, right? Yeah. I love that there is those sports that exist in the Winter Olympics, but I think we're missing a huge opportunity in Olympic sports that, I mean, if they're just going down an ice slide, why not make it a Summer Olympic sports and melt the ice, you know? The water slide games. Yeah, I mean, like, oh, it's crazy, it's so stupid. I'm like, what's the other one? The Frozen version? Like, kidding me? And you know who would be great at the water slide games? Everyone in Florida. Like, Adventure Island would never be busier. Like, that's where they can hold trials, you know? And Florida people are like really adamant about doing things that are kind of dumb, but they like doing it a lot. Like, there'd be so many backyards that had water slides in them after this. Like, again, honey, I'm training for the Olympics. I'm not just goofing around in the slide. But you gotta think, like, if there was like a bi-athlete, version of this, like with the water slide, the Florida Man Games, it could be like the water slide and cornhole. Right? That would be the Florida biathlon. I'd love that. So I am assembling a team. I am looking for some other men who would like to get this sport off the ground, preferably bald men. Is there any other balds in here? Wow, that guy's got a full-ass head of hair. What are you talking about? Okay. I was like, is there a green screen situation I'm missing? Like, what is that? You're petting the hair. Did you just want me to look? Is that what you're like? This is what a real head of hair looks like, Baldy. I looked all excited, like a kid just moved to a new town, met a friend, like, you want to be my friend? Ah, fuck. It's a normal one. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, congrats on the awesome head of hair. Not even like, is there a little spot maybe somewhere that you could...
It's receding.
Yeah, you know what? You might as well shave it off, dude. I got an Olympic sport I'm starting. You're going to be great at it with me, dude. You can keep the mustache, like, that'd be a whole thing. Yeah, he's in. I got it. That was easy. I'm going to be borrowing your husband for a while. We're going to be training for the Olympics. It's going to be fun. The man you're sitting next to, I will be borrowing. We're not going to be scissoring. Do you even know what a lesbian is? So everybody, I was like, hey, don't make it obvious. This is my first time headlining. Well, they made it obvious, first time headlining, but that's cool. Been doing this for 5 years. I said, fuck it. Let's let it rip. Invite some people out. Let's go do this. It'll be a lot of fun. I've enjoyed doing comedy. I'm an international comedian. I've done comedy in Barcelona and Lisbon, which is cool. They didn't ask me to, but I did it. It was good. I wasn't like desired there. There wasn't a bunch of people in Portugal like, we have to see him. Yeah. I just paid thousands of dollars and showed up. But you would think after 5 years of doing like this is the first time headlining, you know, you don't gain a lot over the first 5 years. There's a lot of like learning you gotta go through, a lot of like figuring out you gotta go through. Even if I did like a lot of other things over the last 5 years, I had way bigger payoffs. Like I could have got a second bachelor's degree. I could have got like my master's. I could have had a child that'd be 5 years old by now, you know? I could be a father, you know, I could have started a pyramid scheme, you know? I'd be making tons of money from that, you know? Instead, all I ended up with was a bald head. Actually, after 5 years, I just fought the battle of male pattern baldness for the last 5 years. I could have done that and done all those other things. I could have been a father who has a pyramid scheme and a master's degree. Like that'd be awesome.
You have an excuse.
And you know what's funny? Like you just kind of like when you write jokes, you're like trying to plan like how do I do this? Like there's a piece right now that I'm supposed to be talking to another bald man in the room, and statistically, it's so unlikely that there's not at least one other one in here now. Except this fake ass motherfucker on the right over here, who we're working on converting. Wait, you said you should have seen? Did you go to Turkey? You go to Turkey? Oh, she said you should have seen him 3 years ago. Where did the hair come from? We want to see it. Is it in the Epstein files? We gotta know.
One of you.
All right, so I gotta move past the bald stuff now because this is the first time in like since I started shaving my head like a couple months ago. Like there hasn't been one other bald in the room. Life's all about who you surround yourself with. You know, I invited a lot of people I knew to this, and I just want to like become more like your friends. And I try one hair. I did learn something over the last 5 years though. Like I was growing up, developing, getting better at this. I'm definitely autistic, like for sure. You don't just think of like random Olympic sports and be like, yeah, he's completely normal. Bless you. Did you say thank you? Oh, I thought you sneezed, but okay.
Wrong person.
Okay. Oh, it was you that sneezed. Okay, I apologize. All right. All right. What did I say? I was autistic. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's funny. But it's nuts because like that wasn't even a thing like a couple of years ago. I think COVID happened and people got bored. We start like so people go to the doctor to get a diagnosis to be like adult autism. And like you don't get anything. Like they don't give you medicine. You don't get a handicap parking sticker. You can't like tell your job and expect there to be any significant change. There's no reason to go to the doctor to find out you have adult autism unless you just want to be told you're an idiot. Like that's. Here's a $60 copay. Can you please tell me that I'm an R word? I don't.
Oh no, not the R word. No. Say it.
Sometimes not saying it's better than saying it. You know, everyone knew what I was talking about, right? There's some other words I can do. No, I'm just kidding. Go to the doctor. You want to find out you have autism. That's crazy, dude. I couldn't imagine that. You do it as a kid, so you can like get better grades and stuff. As an adult, like there's no advantage to it. Like if anybody in this room, I'll let you guys know. You guys are my friends, and I'll cut you a deal. If anybody wants to find out they're adult autistic, don't go to the doctor. Just come to me. I'll do it for $30. All right. No need to pay the $60 copay. That's ridiculous. I will happily tell you. And some of you I already have, quite honestly. Yeah. And there's a few of you I'm pretty much ready to start doing that. You know. The proctologist is also a psychologist. What can we do? I'm starting an Olympic team. Do you want to join it as well? What am I talking about? Adult autism? Yeah, I looked at my handwriting and I was like, that obviously, yeah. I took a picture of it. I tried to have ChatGPT read it, and she's like, we've never seen anything like this before. This isn't even close to hieroglyphics. Like Sam Altman had to like take a look. Like, there's no way it's glitching like that. Right? Is that the right guy, Sam Altman? Yeah.
You got it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Wait a second, that's not like a pedophile or something. All right, yeah. You can say like, there's a lot of names you can say right now, and then it'd possibly be a pedophile. It's crazy. Not me though, and no one in this room, because I don't surround myself. I surround myself with non-pedophile, fully haired people. That's what I like.
Are you sure?
And a percentage of you do have adult autism, and we're gonna get to that. Okay. So much fun. But growing up truly though, I really was like terrible at doing math. suck at math so bad. Is anybody else like admittingly very bad at math?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, good. Yeah, some of my other like math, suckers, out here, like yeah. It's intimidating. I just think it's so funny that I can be as bad at math as I am, but I'm legally allowed to gamble in the Hard Rock app. They asked for no pre-qualifications to potentially lose my life savings on that app. They just wanted to see a driver's license. They're like, "Are you a human, basically?" Yeah, like, give us your money. Come on. That's that. No level of competency needed to be shown. Like, to drive a car, to have the license, I had to do a test. It should make me do a couple of math problems on the front. No, I'm so bad at math. Like, I had to take statistics and probability 3 times in college. I got an F. I got a D+. And I got a C-. In that order, to be clear, yeah. That's about where I am at stand-up comedy.
Why did you drop out when you were failing?
Because I didn't want to give up on my dreams. I don't know, what do you want me to say? I thought I was going to be a loser if I dropped out of college. I don't know.
No, not college, the class.
Because I needed the college to
Failing, drop out.
and just change everything. It was a
semester.
dude. Where were you when I needed a guidance counselor 14 years ago in college? Like, they were like, "Hey, if you don't take this class and pass it, you're not gonna get a degree. You're never gonna get a job. You're gonna end up having to be a stand-up comedian or something stupid like that." Ha! Should just listen to you, man. You're 10 years late. Thanks.
Hey, I'll take it.
Or 2014. What year is that? 12 years ago. Sorry, I'm bad at math. That's the same. But yeah, I'm that bad at statistics and probability, but I can use a gambling app. That is something is just they should ask for transcripts instead of IDs. Something like that. I don't know, man. Or just like before I place a bet, purely off of gut instinct. There should be like a second pop-up that's like, "Hey man, you sure you want to do that?" And then they put a number on the app, like in case you have a gambling problem. Like, yeah, remember and call this number in case you. Oh, you're gonna solve the number problem I have with more numbers. Like, thanks. I'll remember this. And then you're gonna call it, and it's gonna be some guy in India. He's like, "Thank you for calling the gambling app. Are you addicted to gambling?" I'm like, "Oh shit, dude, you're probably great at math. But what do you think? What do you think about this over/under that?" So I'm purely working off of good instinct right now. You know what that got me? An F, a D+, and a C-. Growing up, like I have a younger sister. She's 5 years younger than me. She's a lot smarter than me. She's a good kid too. She's like a great kid. So I always like looked up to my younger sister. If that makes sense. Because she was like, "Yeah, you upset." Like, right, it just happens sometimes. Like, it's really, I'm proud of that. It's frustrating when you're a kid though, and you're like, my 5th grade sister is smarter than me, and I'm in 9th grade. Like, that's kind of rough. So I had to start doing algebra, like in 9th grade, and I have no clue what's going on here. I see the letters, and I'm like, "You sure this is an English class?" Like, what? I didn't even know what algebra like did. Every other class made sense, like history, historian, science, scientist, algebra. I'm like, "Do you get older and become an algebra or something?" So I asked my younger sister, I was like, "Hey," I'm like, "can you help me with my algebra homework?" And she's like, "Well, I don't know how to do it, but I've heard of it before." I'm like, "Well, you're already 50% better than me at this." And I don't know if that's statistically correct, what I just said there, but that's a cool percentage I just threw out. She's great. She would help me with my algebra homework. She also judged me a lot, though, and I found out more that she judged me recently. She kind of wanted to tell me about this for some reason, I guess. I don't know. She was like, I knew you were a little different. She's like, you would just like overeat and throw up a lot.
Oh my god.
She's like, I don't know, was that like your thing, or was it a hobby, or like what was going on? I was like, "I'm sorry I put you through that. I'm so sorry." But fast forward to getting older and like dating, and like I recently met a girl who's great at math. Like, that's like her thing. Like, she was captain of the math team. Like, that's, you know how intimidating that is as a guy who's terrible at math? That's like the jock and bully kind of like dynamic. Like, she's gonna shove my head into a like a toilet and like give me a swirly with numbers somehow. Like, I don't know. It really makes me scared. It makes me nervous to date a girl that's good at math. She captain of the math team. I didn't even know there was math teams. Like actually, I thought it was a thing in movies. I've never seen people walking around the streets before. It's wild. Her teachers would call home and tell her, like, your daughter is so good at math. She is so talented at math. She's captain of the math team. She's a physics phenom. She's the stats queen. I'm like, God damn, you got some nicknames. That's cool. I was like, they'd call my parents once in a while too. Like, yeah, Anthony showed up to math class today. He ate too much at lunch and threw up all over the floor.
Anthony's high again.
Anthony's high again. Different journeys through math for sure. She was like, she started saying, I loved working with integers and derivatives. I'm like, oh yeah, of course, yeah. I've heard of them. I've never met them before, but I know I've heard of them. Let me call my sister. Actually, she might actually be able to help me. She has some nicknames too. She's the math magician back home. I don't know. Going tit for tat on nicknames. Math, brutal. As uncomfortable it was to watch me tell jokes about math, as it's comfortable for me to say it. I just want to be honest. It sucks. So embarrassing. But let's see what else we got. Okay, baseball fans. You got baseball fans in the room? Woo! Okay. Yeah, about the same as Winter Olympics. It's good. It's my favorite sport. I always played it growing up. I love baseball, and I found it very interesting that last year, for the first time ever, in Major League Baseball, a female umpired a game for the first time. Anybody else know this? Anybody else care? Okay. Yeah, a couple other losers in the back are like, yeah, that's right, yeah. And I thought that was interesting that, you know, in like today's world, you know, where women can do any job that men can do, like a woman wanted that job. You didn't have to do that. Like it's not like something you have to do, like put food on the table. It's like a choice to go have that job. And no, women can do any job that men can do in this world. I believe that as long as they're like physically able to do the thing. Like my mom shouldn't be playing middle linebacker for the Buccaneers. I'm just being honest. Unless you want to nag the opposing quarterback for the entire game. How come you didn't call me last week? You know, like just. Imagine your mom playing middle line. Take the physical part out of it, but just think about the psychological warfare. Tell me about this new girl that you're dating and all. Like, just a sideline full of moms nagging Josh Allen. Like, that'd be diabolical. What are they talking about? A female umpire? Oh yeah, I forgot. The female umpire thing is really interesting to me because, like, baseball's been around for like over 100 years, and just finally in 2025, we're like, all right, we'll let her. That's all right. Like, they've had a lot of other opportunities, and they're like, well, they let a black guy on before the woman could get in the field. That's crazy. It's such a it's such like an old dude's game that like they would like exclude everybody. Like, yeah, I just want to go wear my funny pants and socks and hang out with my boys and hit a ball with a stick. And like, we're not going to let anybody else come hang out with us. It's our cool little club. I'm losing with the female umpires. I'm sorry. But it's fun. Yeah, there we go. I didn't need that. I was doing that on purpose. Thank you. But it's funny because why would anybody know what the umpire does, right? They call balls and strikes in a baseball game. You know, like strike one, strike two, you're out, strike three, right? You know what I'm saying? Is this ringing a bell? Anybody remember this? Yeah.
But they get hit with balls.
See, right?
There we go. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what you were saying, but yes, he right. There we go. But the thing is, an umpire in Major League Baseball, to be considered good, has to be correct 93% of the time. That's like some like high level shit from like 100-mile-per-hour fastballs getting thrown to you. You gotta be right 90% of the time, and if you're not, then the coaches scream and yell at you and call you a dumb bitch, right? Until you throw them out of the game, you gotta kick them out of the game. They'll come kick dirt on you, they're spit in your mouth while this is going on. Like, it's insane. This is insane behavior. Why would women try to like change the course of work in this world to go do that job? I'm like, you know why? There's an arousal element out of all that, right? If you get to go to work and you start not doing that great of a job, you get yelled at, you call it dumb bitch, you get spit in your mouth, right? You get dirt kicked on you. I'm like, you're just like a choke away from the first female orgasm on a baseball field. I think the most interesting part about a female umpire, though, that I really love, is that there's some lucky man in this world whose wife came home as that female umpire, like that night. Like she comes home and like he's got to be on the hot seat no matter what. Like she walks in the door, the trash isn't taken out. She's like, strike one. You're like, oh fuck, we're not doing this again, honey. She goes in the kitchen, the dishes aren't done. She's like, right two. Like. He goes into the bathroom. She's in full umpire gear, looking at dirty clothes on the floor. She's like, right three, you're out of here. And they're sleeping on the couch tonight. I'd hit her. I'd kick dirt on her. I'd spit in her mouth. When I like got to like dissecting that whole thing, I realized umpires gotta be right 93% of the time, and there's a woman doing that job who's gonna be right 93% of the time at work. I was like, man, how do I feel about, like, would you, like, because a lot of guys lie to themselves and they say, like, oh, she's right all the time, you know, like in a relationship, you know, but like, the reality is it'd be kind of nice if women would just accept that you're right like 93% of the time. Like that's, and there's women shaking their head like, don't start this, don't do this. What I'm about to do, I've actually seen a couple break up in front of a show. Is anybody's wife or girlfriend not correct more than 93% of the time?
Oh yeah.
Not correct.
It's funny because you're not sitting with one, so she's not here. You're comfortable. Oh, there's. Oh God. Oh. Stand right over here. Avoid some strays. What percentage is she right typically?
20.
The couple that broke up, the guy said 47%, and she looked at him like. Got up, left, he finished the show. It was crazy. He was laughing the whole time. I did him a favor. Listen, guys, all I'm saying is if your wife's right 100% of the time, maybe you just let her know it's okay to be right 93% of the time. Just saying. Just something to think about. I hope this doesn't make any drive homes afterwards kind of weird or not. You guys have been so much fun. Thank you all so much for coming. This is great. I had this moment in my life a few years ago when I started doing stand-up, and I just continuously kept finding ways to make Disney movies funny to myself. Yeah, and apparently we've got some Disney fans, some Disney adults in here. Yeah. All right, everyone, get them. That's cool. Hey, you should like what you like. I'm not yucking your yum or whatever they say for that thing. But I am about to make fun of one of your movies. And if you come to another show, I've got a whole other laundry list of Disney movies I make fun of. But this is my most recent one that I found kind of funny. Was Cinderella, right? Cinderella's one I think is kind of just, it's ridiculous. Because Prince Charming really does end up being kind of like a punk bitch when you think about it. Like he meets the princess sitting like at one night, like at a party or whatever, they're hanging out, they're talking. All of a sudden she's like, I gotta get up and I gotta go. And he just he doesn't like ask for any information or like anything like that. She just gets up and starts moving. The only reason he has any chance to like meet this woman again is because she loses her shoe and he goes to pick it up. But like Prince Charming wasn't in good enough shape to pick up that shoe, catch her before she got into the carriage, and be like, hey, like, can I just like, how do I talk to you again? He wasn't doing cardio. That's what I think. He was kind of a pussy for that, to be honest with you. But you know, and there's like a woman with one high heel like running to like a carriage or whatever. He kind of usually just like, you know, like, I think he was a freak actually. He wanted to sniff that shoe. And then his method for finding her afterwards is just it's not how I mean he's supposed to have like brains and bronze as Prince Charming. Like this guy's a lazy piece of shit and an idiot. He goes around town with a shoe and he's like having women like try it on. Like, are you the one that I was talking to last night? So that's a lot of faith, you know, in the way. So that you're gonna find your sweetheart, the love of your life, if her foot fit in the shoe, you know. This didn't work out well for OJ, you know. Think about that. It worked out great for OJ, actually. Yeah, good point. You see the comparison. You can't just trust the side. Some other guy murdered OJ's wife and got away with it. You know, that's crazy. Because the glove didn't fit. Right? So Prince Charming starts walking around town. He's like, hey, bitch, do you wear these shoes? And I find that funny because like he just walked up and asked him to try it on. He didn't have like a point of the conversation that he brought up. He's like, oh, remember when we talked about like doing yoga or anything like that? Like no point of reference, love of his life. He's like, I gotta have her, I gotta be with her forever. And then he meets the three sisters, right? And then they're like, oh, we gotta all try on this shoe just to decide. It's gotta be. He's tried everyone else in town. There's only 3 girls left. He's like, gotta try them out. And I think he's really generous, to be quite honest. He's a really sweet guy because if I would have seen the 3 of them standing there, I would not have let the other 2 had a chance to try on the shoe. I was like, hey, let's just actually do. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna let the hot one try it on first. Because the tall one, I'm sorry, I just can't date a woman taller than me, and the short, fat one, I'm sure you give great head. I'm short and fat, but the smoking hot blonde sister is the one I prefer, actually. So I hope I just ruined Cinderella for some of you guys. It's awesome. How was that? Not as bad as you thought it was? Yeah.
She works at Disney, that's all.
Okay. That's interesting. I don't know how to interpret that actually up here at this moment. But you should tell it to the Prince Charming guy next time you see him dressed up. Like, are you doing cardio? Are you working out a little bit? Yeah. Are you having meaningful conversations with the girls that you're... Dating in this world is really challenging. It's like a tough. I think it's weird. I'm like trying to figure it out still, you know. And I do think the dating app thing. It used to be cool, but I think it's kind of just like a slaughterhouse now. I don't know. You go on there, you put all your vulnerabilities, you put all your information on there. Girls just collect all these matches and have like match parties where they're like, now. They have all their friends look at it and scrutinize you. It's brutal. Guys don't have teamwork like that. We don't work together for the cause, you know?
Yes, you do.
No, we don't. We don't work together. We throw each other to the bus for just a look at a titty, you know?
That's my titty.
That's what I know.
But it's crazy. And then let's say somehow you make it through the scrutiny of dating app tests and they're talking to all the girls and whatever. And then, you know, the girls, before they go on a date, they got so much shit they gotta do. First, they gotta post on, are we dating the same guy on Facebook? You know? All the friends looked at it. You gotta share your location with 3 girls. And then to get there, you got like Navy SEALs escorting you in. And they're trying to make sure you're not a murderer. I'm like, how many murderers are actually out there doing this? This is crazy. There's not that many. It's not that bad. Can some women start killing guys so we can have the same problem? This is nuts. But then they show up on these dates, and then like they have the audacity to like really like want to like, you know, tell guys like, oh, I need depth out of you. But like on their Hinge profile, it's like my whole identity is that like I love espresso martinis. And you're like, oh, you need depth out of me? Okay. This one chick, espresso martini Mary. I was like, oh, that's so cool. You have cool nicknames. And then she wants some depth of it. And the girls, they show up to these dates and they got like these like long like lists of questions of things they want to ask. Well, they're also asking for depth. So like, what do you do for work? How much money do you make? Do you believe in God? And you know, I think it's in today's world, as a guy who's like an up and coming stand-up comedian, but I don't have like the money, cars, and clothes. I got to differentiate myself in a different way than other guys do. So when girls start asking tough questions, I just start talking about my household linens. Right? The towels, the sheets, you know what I'm talking about, duvets, right? Things like that, right? I'm like, so you start asking, what do you do for work? How much money you make? Do you believe in God? I'm like, okay, I got something I want to tell you about. Like, how do you feel about bathroom towels? Okay, in my bathroom, I have 8 white bathroom towels. Actually, not even towels, bath sheets. They're really large. They're very soft. They only stay in the bathroom. I don't use them for anything else. Okay. I got hand towels. I got washcloths. I really like this. And then a girl at that point was like, wait. What are you talking about with the towels? She's like, can you tell me about your 401k? Have you ever been in a fight? You ever been arrested? I'm like, let me tell you about my bed sheets real quick. Actually, deflect. You act like a politician. You don't answer the question. Right. I own 2 sets of king bed sheets. Right. So now you're flexing hard. That's in today's economy. That's pretty good for a single guy in the world. Having 2 sets of bed sheets. That's a lot. It's a thread count. I'm gonna get there, guys. Come on. But you're excited. You hear it. She's like, woo! Come on, tell me about that thread count. Yeah.
He's not good at math.
I'm sleeping on thread counts that you've never heard of, on materials you've never felt. All right. But then they start digging into questions again. They'll be like, do you want a serious relationship? Do you want children? Have you ever had an STD? It's like, let me tell you about the bathroom towels, or the kitchen towels. Sorry, the kitchen towels. I got green towels that I only use for eating. Then I got black towels that are used for cleaning. Do not use the green towels for cleaning, only the black towels, right? Then you got the gray towels for drying off dishes. Then you got the white towels.
Are these your house rules, like written down?
It's explained before they come over. That's what I'm doing. I do this on the date. You're missing the whole point. I tell them about this. I'm flexing on that. This is how I get women to like me, because I'm an idiot. I'm an autistic guy who likes trains and airplanes, and he's bad at math. All I have is linens to talk about, all right? But tell them about the linens. At this point, they're asking questions. They're asking questions like, how much money are you spending on your linens? I'm like, let me tell you about the miscellaneous towel closet over here, actually. We got pool towels, we got gym towels, we got sauna towels, we got sex towels, we got cum towels. My whole identity is towels, basically, Espresso Mary, alright? They call me Tony Towels, actually, believe it or not. That's a long one. That's a long one. Well, we are about at the end of the show, and I'm going to ask graciously if I can finish with a 3 to 4 minute bit that I gotta finish on here real quick. Thank you. Appreciate it. So I'm over my time. Full 40 minutes. Filled it out. That's great. You guys learned a lot about me. I'm gonna wrap this up with something I think is very funny. You guys, so a lot of people know me, and here I get to address that. So for those who don't know me, I do live in downtown St. Petersburg. I've been there for a few years. My preferred method of transportation is a standing scooter. That's what I like. One of these,
Hell yeah.
Can you stop telling the story to the person next to you, because cause I hear you saying it, it's bothering me, okay? We met at a pool 9 years ago, I haven't been able to get rid of you since. Right? Come to all your shows, I'm gonna sit right up front. Yeah, you can stay on with I don't want any more commentary from you guys, I just want to tell the joke. I love you guys, I love you. So the scooter, I ride the scooter around. It's my preferred method of transportation. I love it. I think it's great. It's so cool. I got it because it'd be fun. I could go all around town, and also I wanted to stop getting laid, obviously, right? It's not exactly a pussy magnet, I'll be very honest. When you're cruising down Central Avenue blasting Creed, and the speaker that I put on it with this little horn that goes beep beep, Women clear the streets like a Wild Wild West scene, They're just swinging doors, like closing after I go by. And it's funny, it's like I actually would go on dates on the scooter, like I show up on a scooter, which has gotta be the most pussy drying thing you could possibly do. And they see me like get off the scooter, I'm like, put the kickstand down, And I got like a handcuff lock system. I put it on that, and then I got an alarm that I set on it because I'm really paranoid about the homeless of downtown St. Pete. And it goes whoop whoop like when I lock it. When the girls are already there and they see that, they're like, "We'll take the check." Actually, I hadn't even gotten to the building, and they're like, "Oh, we'll take the check. That's good. We're done with this." It's got to be so tough as a woman to like think to yourself when you see that, like, that's the man that's gonna breed me one day. And then let's just say things maybe escalate a little bit. Like nothing too crazy, nothing too. She's like, if a girl wants to come home with you and you showed up on a scooter, like, what's she gonna do? Get in the back? Like, and if she took her own car, could you imagine following home a man to have sex with him and he's on a scooter and you're like, meet, just. She's gonna pull off the ridge. I'm just gonna go home and block his number forever. But what's funny about the scooter is that it's not funny. Actually, this part isn't funny. This is actually part where it gets sad. I did, unfortunately, I know this isn't funny, but it is a true story. I did wreck the scooter really bad one night. I fucked myself up. I launched off the front of the scooter. I was blacked out drunk. I don't remember any of it. I'm sorry. I mean, I got drugged one night. Sorry, I'm not supposed to tell the truth. But no, it's not funny. I did black out from drinking. I did crash my scooter. I did hurt myself really bad and have to like go to medical treatment and stuff. And you learn a lot about that. You do grow up. That's part of this 5-year journey of becoming a stand-up comedian. Is I had to embrace that part, like moment of my life. I didn't get arrested. Nothing like bad happened. It was just kind of sad. It's like I'm a fucking idiot. Honestly. Fucking dumb piece of shit. But I realized I'm like, I'm gonna be better. I'm not gonna do this because I don't want. I would hate for my friends to have to be like, man, we lost Tony on a scooter. Because you guys were at my funeral, and there's someone giving a eulogy like he died doing what he loved. So for my friend's sake, I will not drink and drive on the scooter anymore. Thanks, appreciate it. We'll wrap up here in just a moment. I crashed the scooter, fucked up my face. It was all black and blue. I looked like I got in a fight. Everyone asked me, "Oh, did you get in a fight? Like, no, I crashed the scooter. And I'm like, why does everybody want me to get my ass kicked so bad? No one believed me. Like, are you sure you crashed your scooter? I'm like, you think that's the excuse I'd make for the guy? So I wait a couple of days. I run into a couple of my buddies with their wives who are doctors and nurses. They're very smart women, very smart. They were like, maybe you should go to the hospital. I never went to the hospital. I made it home. I was like, thank God, made it home. And I just didn't. And then my friend's wife was like, just go make sure you don't have like a brain bleed or like, you didn't like hurt yourself too much. And I'm like, they're probably right like 93% of the time. So like, I'll go get checked out. So I go get checked out. I get a scan on my head. And the doctor comes back out and he's like, all right, so we got good news. You don't have a brain bleed, but you do have a fracture in your orbital bone. I'm like, well, part of that sounds like bad news, actually. You forgot the good news, bad news part of this. I'm like, I'm curious where you've learned your bedside manner at. He's like, but you're gonna need surgery on it. And you gotta go see a maxillofacial surgeon. You gotta go see this guy. He's great. He's local and he's the only one covered by your insurance. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, I was like, I have to go see this guy. So I look at the guy. He's got a 3.5 star review on Google. I'm like, I don't eat at McDonald's under 4.5. This guy's gonna operate on my face. That's kind of crazy. I called around some other offices that do the same type of work, and I was like, hey man, why is this like they won't accept my insurance? I'm like, why is this guy got such bad reviews? Like, it's his bedside manner. It's very odd. But he's a good doctor. So, okay, I can live with that. So I go see Dr. Chong. Is his name? Obviously, he's a regular white guy, definitely not Asian at all. I'm in Dr. Chong's office. I'm waiting. A nurse is asking me questions and stuff. And he comes into the room. I don't see him come into the room. I just felt his aura kind of come into the room, and I heard a gong go off too, which is really interesting. I look over my left shoulder. He's not there. I look over the right. He's just standing there. I'm like, fuck, holy crap. Dude, this guy's eyeball him, and he just gets really close. He's like, what did you do to your face? And before I could even say, he's like, did you get into a fight? And I was like, even the doctor wants me to get my ass kicked. This is crazy. I was like, no, I crashed a scooter or whatever. And he looks at my scans and he tells me, he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna do the Asian accent anymore because I can't. But he goes, you don't need surgery. He's like, just don't get hit in the face for the next like 3 months. And I was like, all right, well, that should be doable. It's not really something I'm chasing, I guess, out there. But I decided, I was like, let me get back into the dating world. Like, let me not let this ruin my life like I thought it was going to. I could have died. I could have smashed my skull in the ground. Could have done all these terrible things. I had this date already on the calendar for the next week. I was like, I'm going to go to that with my black and blue, ugly face, and she's just going to love me the way I am. Well, I go on the date. She doesn't know that I have this, and I show up, and I look like this, and I explain what happened. She does stay for the whole date. And then at the end, after I paid for dinner, she goes, I don't think this is gonna work out. I was like, all right, well, that is weird timing if we're being honest, but you could have told me right away, but it's all right. Bitches gotta eat, And she's like, she's like, the whole scooter thing's crazy to me. She's like, you crashed, you almost died. She's like, you might be drinking too much. She's like, this is nuts. She's like, I think you're immature. I think you're irresponsible. She's like, I don't think this is gonna match with my life. I'm like, damn, this is heartbreaking. This is crushing. Like, I almost just died, and I just got thrown on the ground so hard by this woman. That hurt worse, honestly. But I am resilient, and I never give up. And I said to her, like, let me be very honest with you about something. I got thread counts on my bed sheets that you've never heard of before, on materials that you've never slept on. Let me tell you about my bathroom towels and my kitchen towels. I'm Tony Towels. I'm Tony Siciliano. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for letting me come. Thank you for coming this night.
How about another round for Tony Towels? That's what it looks like to chase out your dreams. That's really cool.